bike is capable of. Super fast, super intense, and at the same time it is super scary. And that's what makes this an absolute firecracker of a proposition. Well, hello there guys, welcome to my revisit, real life review of the Triumph Speed 400. Yes, we rode it back in Pune, and that time around, well, it's all orchestrated. It has starting point, end point, and we have to ride it as per schedule. Well, now I have the bike all to myself to test it to my heart's content. Thanks to Siddhivinayaka Triumph, which is opened up in Gachibowli and Kukatpalli. I'm leaving a contact number so that you can book your vehicle straight away. You can book test ride. The test ride slots are arranged day wise. So for now, let's see, 40 bhp, 37 newton meters or 37.5 newton meters, 6-speed gearbox, one of the finest, most refined single cylinder motorcycles that you would have experienced in your lifetime. Well, that is saying something. So right after the launch, first thing that came to my mind to define the Triumph Speed 400 in one word or one sentence, the first thing that came to my mind is that it is the definition of perfection. I mean, there's nothing more perfect, more complete than this. And if you're wondering what happened to the voice, well, you might have heard that there's a lot of disturbance. The GoPro let me down once again after the entire motovlog was done. So the audio has come very bad, and there's a lot of wind noise. So I'm doing a voiceover all over again back home. But anyway, learned to do a wheelie at the age of 40, and thanks to my brother Vehant and other friends who always supported my vision. So had some fun along with the Speed 400 early in the morning. And after a hectic launch yesterday, we had back-to-back launches at Gachibowli as well as Kukatpalli. And now the showrooms are open officially. And you have one at Gachibowli, Siddhivinayaka Triumph, and you have one at Kukatpalli. You also have one at Banjara Hills Road number 12. That is the older Triumph showroom. But these are the two new showrooms inaugurated just yesterday. You can book the vehicles right from these showrooms, whichever is closer to your home, and you can also book a test ride. And I would want you to ride it, whether you want to buy it or not, irrespective of you wanting to buy this or not. If you are a owner of a Hunter or a Himalayan or any motorcycle for that matter, or even a KTM, just ride it to believe the kind of refinement that has gone into making this beautiful motorcycle. Like, it is like a beautiful song. It is, that's what I keep saying, it's like an Ilayaraja song, or the vocals of Shreya Ghoshal, so sweet, so melodious, and so perfect. And right from the chassis, you have the hybrid spine perimeter, tubular steel frame with a bolt-on rear subframe, and I mean, the chassis lays the foundation. And then come the USD forks, the 43mm USD forks. These are big piston forks with 140mm of travel, and you have a gas charged monoshock at the back. So all of this really support the chassis brilliantly, especially while doing triple digit speeds. And that's where the high speed stability comes from, like even the ability to cruise at around 110 to 120 effortlessly. Then you have a 300mm 4-piston caliper disc brake up front, and a 230mm disc brake at the back. Dual channel ABS comes as standard. You have an analog speedometer with digital display, which kind of offers the relevant information like gear position indicator, time, odometer, trip meter, and other information. The handlebars are nice and wide, and the seating posture is right on point, right on the money, like such that even if you're riding the entire day, you will not feel fatigued. You have slipper clutch for feather light clutch feel. You have ride-by-wire for seamless throttle transitions and throttle modulation and consistent throttle response. It is not glitchy. It is as consistent without any latency as a throttle cable, and that's the brilliant part. I mean, the throttle response is so crisp and so smooth and so seamless that you will fall in love with it instantly. And it is like a perfect dancing partner. Like, you want to dance, and she sways and she moves and she jumps, and she does everything you want her to, and it does it all with ease and effort, minimum effort. So that is what defines the Triumph Speed 400, and I had a jolly good time
Of course, we already rode it at the press launch and the media ride event, but those routes are not known to me. These are familiar routes, familiar place, and more time to spend with the motorcycle. The only kind of area of improvement, maybe they could have offered a 15-liter tank, because many people would like to tour on this bike because it's so damn comfortable. The riding ergonomics, the riding triangle, so perfectly established. The spine is nice and straight and upright to give minimum strain to the low back, and you will not develop any back pain after riding it even for hours together at a time. Then the bike weighs just 176 kilos, and that gives a massive power to weight ratio advantage to this bike. It just wants to pull off wheelies voluntarily at every given opportunity. Even while doing the top speed test, you can see while hitting 10,000 rpm limiter, it wants to jump off, literally launch itself. The first two gears, it wheelies even in the second gear, believe it or not. That's the kind of pickup they have packed into this. So it is instant pickup and instant torque delivery with the wide power band available right from 3000 rpm all the way up to 9000 rpm. That is the torque band, the wave of torque being available with the ring of the throttle. And another thing, it is very easy to maintain, is what they're claiming: 16,000 kilometers or 10,000 miles service interval, whichever, or 1 year, whichever comes first. So it is a well made motorcycle. It is here to change the game. It is here to give the competition a serious run for the money. And again, another point which many people would refrain from touching on or have missed it, I would say this is the ideal starter bike for all the ladies out there. The women folk who want to embrace the riding culture, who shy away because the vehicles are little on the heavier side, for them this is like a breeze. This is like a Brian Adams power ballad, because it is so lightweight, so effortless to ride, that they can start like as a starter bike also, and for them it will be a piece of cake for them to start learning to ride on such a easy to ride machine. This can be your first motorcycle. This can be a second motorcycle for all the mature riders out there who just want to have fun on the run and just play around with the motorcycle. It does it all. Like the tires are so good. Like you have the Apollo tires as well as the MRF steel radials, depending on the batches that you might receive. Both are right up there in offering supreme road grip, be it the track, or be it the roads, or be it the highways, or be it wet surfaces. And as I told you, 40 PS of max power, 37.5 Newton meters of max torque, 6-speed gearbox. Man, this thing is here to stay, and this is here to slay. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. This is a quick fire morning ride, morning blast, or morning date with the Speed 400. If you like what you see and want to see more pure automobile content coming your way, feel free and stay subscribed and stay tuned for more content right here at Dino's Vault.